Hello, I work for Clarke County Planning and Zoning, and I'd like to share with you some tips on using our online mapping system. When you open the Clarke homepage, you can easily navigate to the mapping system if we go to Government, Information Technology, and then we can go to this online mapping system. For those of you that are trying to download data, we can simply go here and we can get some of the shape files that are displayed on our GIS. But if you're trying to actually use our mapping system, follow this link. Here's where things start out with our online mapping system, and you're going to want to click around and get familiar with this. You can zoom in or zoom out by using those buttons, or if you have a roller on your mouse, that's a little easier. Ultimately, this is going to be your identify button, and you can use this and click on parcels and find out information about them. If you'd like to pan around, you can click on the hand and move there. And here's some print functions. Now, a lot of times people are trying to find a certain parcel, and so we're going to use some of these tabs that fly in and out to turn on layers or find parcels. So if we go to find, if you have a tax map number, that's always a very easy way to look at a property. Tax map numbers usually have a dash in between, but not on this system. You don't want to enter the dash. So I want to go to a parcel called 32A75. So I type that in, no dashes, and here we are. There's 32A75. Now if I wanted to do a that same parcel and search for it by address, you're going to want to enter the name of the road first, and then it's going to populate with some addresses, and that one was 4822. Oops, excuse me, 4822, and then we go there. And once again, we're at the same parcel. So that's how you're going to do searches. Owner, you'd be going the last name first. Now, after you've found the parcel of interest, you can check out some information about that parcel. And a lot of times people are looking to see how many acres there are in that parcel, and also how many DURs, dwelling unit rights, that parcel might have, how many was given in the first place, and then how many remain. So a lot of times we're looking at what kind of layers do we want to turn on and off so we can see what features are at the property. By the way, there's aerial imagery. Now this is a third party that helps us take care of this system, and I kind of wish that when you highlighted a parcel it didn't shade it in so much. So sometimes I like to turn that off, so that I can see features on the property when I zoom in without that shading on there. There's also interesting layers that you might want to turn on. Here we can turn on springs. Look, there happens to be a spring nearby there. Sinkholes, which you're not going to find really in the east of the river so much as you will west of the river. We have miscellaneous roads, which are driveways and things like that. We've got historic building layer, floodplain, which you'll find mostly near the Shenandoah River. We have some topography here, 10-foot, 50-foot contours. You can turn them on and off. For those of you looking to see which voting precinct you're in or voting district. School attendance zones. Soils are, for those that understand soils, this can be a useful layer. If you click on the information, and then it'll tell you both which soil layer, and also it's telling you which tax map that is there. Soils don't make a lot of sense until you have the key about which map series you're looking at. Let's see, we have some local historic districts on the AOC side, such as White Post. Here's the zoning layer. This is in the FOC, and so those are the layers that we have available for you to check out. Now we're going to go back to this site here, and we're going to measure a couple things. That's a nice tool. If we go to map info, see this flies up and down, we can go to this tool, which is a measure distance. So you can perhaps measure anything that you need to do. When you have the aerial turned on, it's helpful. Here's 940 feet. And let's say we are trying to get an area. We can do that as well. We can try to click on the bounds and just kind of keeping this. And there we have area in square feet. For those of you looking for acres, you would want to divide that by 43,560, and that will give you the acreage of that area that you just calculated. Finally, I'd like to illustrate what we can do with printing. If we print here, it'll generate a PDF print job, and it takes a second, but once it does, it's not a bad product. We can try to zoom in. Here, this was how we had the zoom when we generated the print function. But let's see, if we go to 400 scale, we can refresh that PDF, and that would be at 400 scale. And then if we print the PDF, it's going to generate a pretty decent PDF that we could then download and use for whatever purpose we have. All right, hopefully this helps you use our Clarke County online maps. Thank you.